Maddie's dance was pretty much flawless. As her teacher, I am looking for something that's wrong. And I had a hard time finding it.
I still don't see why the kids couldn't have danced.
Could it be that maybe giving Kendall and Chloe the same choreography doesn't give Maddie a slam dunk win because they might have looked good on stage?
Right. And that's what she doesn't want.
The three of them could have done that solo and got...
But why didn't you say, Abby, let them do it? Let them all do it. Let them all run it.
But Melissa wouldn't stand up for Mackenzie. She's certainly not gonna stand up for our kids.
But by not saying anything, it is saying you're right.
Your kids succeed on the backs of our kids because in order for your kids to be winners, ours have to be the losers.
That is the ugliest board. Why would you bring the board and have it be a distraction to the kids again in the dressing room? When will you ever learn? Leave the dancing and the teaching up to me, and I'll leave the bitching and complaining up to you guys.
These tics aren't about corrections. It's not about corrections. It's about...
My teaching style.
It's about humiliating them. Like you said,
to the point of improvement.
No, but
yes.
that's not right. When you looked at Maddie and said, oh, your posture's getting bad because you're hanging out with Kendall like her over there.
It's Kendall's fault that Maddie's posture was bad.
But wouldn't that make Kendall go like this?
No, it's
It
not.
didn't. She just laid there and looked at me.
Abby.
It has nothing to do with posture.
Do you see why I didn't bring that up?
Yeah.
That's what those tics represent. How many times you said things that we found disrespectful or humiliating to the kids.
And I had this wonderful plan for Nia next week. She was gonna do a Maya Angelou piece, and now it's like, you know what, Holly?
If that's your retaliation,
Go
you know
worry
what,
about
Abby?
those big flat feet somewhere else. I could care less.
What kind of 40-something-year-old woman has to retaliate against
me?
You act like a baby.
All me.
That is a baby right there.
You want me to make your child better, but yet you want to hold me accountable for my teaching methods.
When they cross the
Nobody
line,
would know Nia's name if it wasn't for me. You think people would grab their program and say, ooh, Nia Frazier's on next? Woohoo!
You know what's so sad about this is that you're a grown woman taking out on a little kid.
I'm not taking anything out on a little kid, and Nia is 12. She can have kids. She can get married in some countries.
I'm bored of this conversation, and you're ugly. What you say is absolutely ugly.
That's
and
the
you're
truth.
a nasty woman.
Get real. Your kid's growing up.
You've crossed the line.
Abby is so totally out of line. I will not sit here and pretend that I support that woman. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk down the hall because that's the woman I support.
We stand behind you 110%.
I
I don't know why she would have said
She
that.
just go, but it's that and it's everything.
No,
Builds up to
no.
it. That's how she is.
I'm not talking about anything unless his cameras are out of my face.
Abby can't have a conversation. She can't do it. She gets all ugly. She can't handle the truth. She diverts the conversation. It's ridiculous. I feel really badly for Holly. I could hardly sit there and listen to that because I feel her pain. But it's everything that built up to, it's not just that. That was the straw that broke the camel's back.
I think we have to go get the girls and then go back into the room to get them ready for a group dance.
We're sorry it got to that.
We are sorry.
I mean, I can hardly stand there and watch that.
It's
You know what?
vile.
Yeah, it's fine.
What she did was
But
vile.
good for you.
And you know what? She can't fight you, Holly, so what does she do?
She hits
had to
below
go
the
there.
belt. The girls have to get ready for the group dance. I am not going to stoop to Abby's level and get sidetracked.
I only did the front. I couldn't do the back.
I am beyond mad. I am beyond angry. I am downright finished with these women. You know what? I'm gonna go. Nobody is gonna talk to me that way ever again in my life. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with the group routine. Something tells me the moms aren't gonna like it.
Outrageous.
I'm not sure where Abby is, girls. 5 of you, I want you to go on stage and own it. I don't know what nationals will hold for this group, so treat today as if this is your nationals.
Up next, ladies and gentlemen, is entry number 90, Love Letter.
I have
high expectations for the dance. We are boxers going to the ring. That's pretty much where we are in our minds. We're looking for a big win today.
Boy meets girl, and everyone can tell when every second word is your name. Boy meets girl, everywhere I go, people tell me now, hey man, look at how you've changed. All I want is to be with you again. And you say, this could change everything. Whoa, boy meets girl. So the story goes, someone loses, no one we know.
I'm nervous for these kids. They're taking the stage. Things aren't right with Abby. They're going up against the Candy Apples. I just have to hope that their head's in the game and they focus on their dancing, nothing else.
Ladies and gentlemen, the group number playing with matches has been withdrawn. I repeat, the group number playing with matches
that yours?
has been withdrawn and will not dance.
What happened?
That's yours.
What?
Girls, come here. The reason the group dance was pulled has nothing to do with you. It's how your mothers treated Abby in that dressing room. I don't know what it was, and you guys don't know what it was, but that was the reason, okay?
Because your mother's behavior. You know how it is when one gets punished, everybody gets punished, and I have to put my foot down, okay? All right, go back. After the mom's little scene in the dressing room, I decided to pull the number. The kids worked hard, but they're not gonna get a prize. They're not gonna get the glory because their mothers took that away from them.
Abby, why did you pull the number? See what I mean? You get the back of the head. You get the back of the head.
Top scores for preteen solo. Third place, entry number 29, Seeing You Everywhere.
Even though the group won't be winning anything today, I still have Maddie. And Maddie beating Gino and Abby beating Kathy is all I really need.
Second place. Entry number 30, Warrior. And your top score for preteen solo goes to entry number 28, Fool Me Once.
Even though Miss Abby pulled our number, I am so happy that I beat Gino, and I won't have to kiss him again, which is a bonus for me.
Top scores for preteen group.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
I think Abby thought, hey, I'll kill two birds with one stone. I'll punish the moms, and I won't have to lose to Candy Apples. Awful. I'm not sticking around. I don't want to be a part of that.
Fourth place, entry number 90, Love Letter.
I want to make something perfectly clear. Pulling the number had nothing to do with Kathy and those rotten apples being there. This was about respect. And this was about me being in control.
She's a coward because she cannot take responsibility and be accountable for her actions.
She was afraid that she was gonna get beat.
Yep.
So it's okay for us to get beat as long as she's the one orchestrating it.
She's sabotaging our kids.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I agree.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Highest score. Solo duet trios.
Instead of Abby being responsible for her own actions, she blamed the mothers. Our girls deserve the right to compete. They have trained all week, and you deny them the opportunity to possibly have a win against the Candy Apples. It's absolutely wrong.
I'm not sure about nationals. I do know one thing. I'm not gonna go all the way out of town on a plane, stay in a hotel, and go to all that trouble and have happen what happened in this dressing room earlier. It's quite obvious with your visual display that you have a problem with my teaching methods. I didn't sign up for you. You signed up to take class at my studio, and you did it every year, and you knew darn well what you were signing up for. The screaming and the yelling and all the nonsense,
Well,
that's what Kathy does.
But what some of the things that you said were disrespectful to you.
To your
No.
standards.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Abby,
Yes.
you could never lower yourself to my
Well,
standards because you're
whatever.
already beneath my standards or high. My standards are much higher.
You know what? I'm not getting into this. This is my time. We're on my clock right now.
Rather than be a grown woman, look at the observables of your behavior and think about that and reflect.
Okay, so I'm gonna think on what happened today. I'm gonna reflect, and I'm gonna tell you that Nia and her Maya Angelou tribute are benched.
As a great reflection of the character that you are, there comes a point that's a defining moment, like, you know what, it's not worth it. This is not the right environment for me or for my kid. Walk out the door.
I am walking out the door because
Goodbye.
I'm off the
bored
clock.
with the conversation as it is. Straighten your knees and point your feet and get some class.